I have been through 32 out of Nigeria's 36 state structure by road. Let me repeat, I have been through 32 out of Nigeria's 36 state structure by road. Each time I travel, I focus more on the activities of our policemen. What we have today is a complete disaster. Men standing on the road, doing business.
These are strong allegations.
Yes, it is.
What kind of business?
Go to Aba.
What kind of business are they doing?
Yes, that's it. Doing business. When you stand near every police checkpoint, you see the nature of business. If you go to Aba, for instance, I want to use that as an example because I just returned from there a few days ago. Within a 5-kilometer road, you are likely to find up to 40 checkpoints dealing with keke and commercial drivers, doing business with them.
I'm sorry, I'm not clear of what kind of business you mean.
Business, it means that they are busy with commercial drivers.
I don't understand what kind of busy is that.
Get close.
Are they selling goods to them, or?
It is also possible they are doing security business. They are doing business. I have found out that they are doing business with commercial drivers and motorcyclists.
Could you please clarify the business that you're talking about?
Very recently, I stood very close to one checkpoint while businesses were going on. I saw a young man carrying a baby, walking briskly to the bus stop. It aroused my suspicion, and I walked to some of the policemen. I said, please get your attention this way. How can a man be carrying a baby? I'm not talking about a child, I said baby. And they looked at themselves and moved. I know the checkpoint, I know where this happened, and they accosted the guy and took it up from there. This happened just less than a week ago. Now, that distraction will prevent those officers from seeing what I saw. I use this to buttress the point that the Nigerian police is distracted by the businesses they have chosen to do instead of policing the environment. That doesn't mean some diligent officers are not doing any work. But the number that is distracted is discrediting the police. Now, back to your question. This challenge of directing the IG to Benue should produce some results. By the time he returns, he could be proposing to the federal government to establish a special force that will deal with this menace. When you look at EFCC is an outsourced of the SFU. So a department of police, because of its inefficiency, has been taken away from police. You see the DSS. It is also a department on intelligence taken away for maximum efficiency. Look at civil defense. When I look at civil defense and look at Nigerian police, I ask myself, what? Pipeline vandalization and security. So, taken away from police. Now you see the IG of police sitting like a man who has many children and then drinking and partying while concubines take care of his children. Nigerians are taking care of themselves and resorting to self-help. Whereas the IG is busy protecting VIPs. The number of policemen, in fact the best of our police, are with VIPs. Whereas a special unit could be set up for VIP protection. Institutes of security all over the world have training for VIP protection. So you can set aside, establish that unit for that purpose, rather than deploying the best, the most intelligent of our men to protect just a few people, and then leaving the rest of Nigerians with the lowest grade of human beings in the force. Drive around, I said, you see, when people fly, they don't, those who fly don't know Nigeria. Move to Nigeria, move within Nigeria on road. Then you will understand the level of policing. What I'm saying in essence is this: the president's order directing the IG to Benue is supposed to produce results by the time he returns. We could establish a special unit that understands what castle rostering, herdsmen attacks, the routes. I've also, of course, listened to a number of people who say those routes are very dangerous, inaccessible and all that. Fine and good. So we could establish a force that deals with that route, understands it, the geography and the terrain and topography. Fine and good. They come back, special unit, just like you have the anti-bomb and several other units, tactical units that operate within the force. This is a challenge. Let the IG go there, take a study. Let us stop writing proposals on how to buy vehicles, communication gadgets. So we need special training to
What do you
with
think
this.
of those who have called this another form of terrorism?
Of course it is. If you look at the definition of terrorism.
So the counter-terrorism units
It is,
police
yes.
should be deployed.
That's right, dealing specifically with this crime. And that's why I said there is the need for a thorough criminal profiling of all that has happened. It will help the police understand the investors. Who are they? Where are they? Are they serving military officers who invest in cows? Are they serving or retired police officers who invest in this? Where do they get the arms and ammunition?
Yes, because that's a very interesting part.
Yes, where did they get these things? Where did they get their protection? How do they disappear soon after committing these heinous crimes?
Yes, those weapons.
These are details we need to establish a unit to carefully investigate, come up with a report that should be submitted to the president for action.
You know that the police have reported largely that they use AK-47s,
right.
47 rifles. And if we backdate to a point in 2016 where Honorable Emmanuel Okejev from Benue State, he had been advocating that we should do this profiling. It seems no one listened to him. But he did say that and said that we should try to find a way to disarm the herdsmen.
Yes.
Do you think that disarming them will stop these wanton killings?
You can only disarm someone who's in your custody. And like I said, most herdsmen don't carry arms. You approach them, you see them with their dagger, their arrows and bow, water cans, feeding bottles. They don't carry arms. I'm a 48-year-old man. I have lived in this country almost all my life, and I have seen people. They don't carry arms. These arms-bearing criminals are mercenaries, hired to do revenge. If you don't look at it this way, we'll continue to go round and round. We may bring this down. A few calls will go around, meetings will go around. Please, let's douse the tension. For it to reoccur again in the next 2 or 3 years. Cattle rearers don't bear arms. Anyone bearing arms is a criminal. And the ordinary criminal has no business coming to shoot and kill people if he's not hired. When you're profiling crime, you have to look at a number of things, including motives.
Mr. Chigozie Ubani, we must thank you very much indeed for talking to us, a fellow of the Institute of Security in Nigeria. Thank you so much indeed for talking to us on this very important topical issue, the herdsmen and the killings in Benue State.
Thank you.